Hello, so I've done this a couple of times and I just waffle and forget to say things and stuff, so I'm a genius at filming vlogs. I am 13 weeks pregnant today, so as far as I am concerned, I'm in the second trimester. I know some people leave it until 13 plus 3, but basically that will be this coming week anyway, either which way you look at it. But this is my 12-week pregnancy vlog, so the 12th week of pregnancy I'm sort of reviewing and letting you know how it was, because people find that interesting. So it's not been too bad, it hasn't been too bad, but there are bits about it that kind of suck. So I'm not moaning, I'm not like regretting pregnancy or anything, I'm just ridiculously pleased that this baby is fine and healthy and happy in there, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But yeah, I don't want anyone to think that I'm like moaning. It's just pretty much telling you and explaining what's going on for those that find it interesting. So you do tend to sort of talk about the more negative aspects of being pregnant, because the symptoms are never like, oh, do you know what, I just have to do this and I reach climax. It's not that, sort of, sadly not happening. That's never happened to me, actually. I don't know if it's ever happened to anyone though, so it's probably a far-reaching dream. Anyway, without making it X-rated. The previous week, much of the same to former weeks. The skin is still ridiculously lumpy. I mean, they're flesh covered lumps at the minute, but yeah, you can see, oh no you can't, ooh, but yeah, down here, all like masses and masses of lumps. Now thankfully a couple of layers of my foundation means that you can't see them outright, but obviously walking out and about, this camera is fantastic. I kind of want to look like I do on screen now in real life, because in actual light the relief on the face not good. It's just no, very lumpy. It's not the end of the world, and thankfully I'm not overly a vain person. I don't get me wrong, I'm not overly keen with it, and I am covering it up because, you know, it looks horrible. But anyone that's on my Instagram would have seen a bare-faced shot of one cheek, and it's red and lumpy and awful, and it is like that without makeup pretty much. I mean, actually yesterday was particularly bad. The redness has calmed down a tiny bit because I'm starting sort of like trying to leave my face free. I've changed my soap. I don't tend to put many chemicals on my skin, but I also don't remember to take my makeup off, so I'm trying to remember to do that. I suck at that. But yeah, that's kind of the face thing is a bit annoying, but it's the itchiness more than anything else, and it's all over my arms and my legs and my back. I think it's that pups thing I had at the end with Seth. I'm just so itchy and bumpy and red. It's very annoying, but it's, you know, not harming anyone or doing anything sinister, so, you know, I'm grateful for that. The other thing that crept in the last week is acid reflux. It's really kicked up a gear. I'm going to start buying like Tums and Rene and just having them all over the house, because I've got one pack of the Rene, I think it is. But I can't remember what I've done with them because I'm a genius. So I keep getting acid reflux. At the minute it's only mild, so I can drink a glass of milk or something and it goes down. For some reason bananas are supposed to help, but they make it worse for me. I'm sulking because I like bananas, but yeah, it's just making it so much worse. So that's a bit annoying, but again, it's really not awful. It's nowhere near as bad as I've had it before, so I can deal with that. It's just an annoyance that I've put my Rene somewhere and I can't remember what I've done with it. Anyone else do that? I'm so crap at this. So I was just going to go and buy loads of different antacids and just dot them all over the house in my handbag, underwear drawer, you know, all the random places where you go, oh look, there's some, excellent. So yeah, I'm going to have a house full of antacids by the end of this week if all goes well. None of that is the end of the world. Still got tender boobs, so that's a bit annoying because Edith still is a bit obsessed with grabbing and like slamming her head into my chest and stuff, so that's a little painful, but it's not particularly bad at all. Food aversions, still the same sort of thing. I still can't make myself eat something unless I fancy it. I'm sort of living off of fruit and veg and yogurt at the minute. Actually, almost panicked myself when Marta was telling me that must have gone into ketosis, because I was like, why does my weed smell like I've been eating asparagus? I have not been eating asparagus. And she's like, have you been eating much at all? And I was like, well, I've been eating vegetables and stuff. She's like, yeah, I think you've gone into ketosis, so it makes your urine smell. I was like, oh well, I'm fat bird, so that's not the end of the world. But I'm trying, and I've been able to eat a little bit more recently with dinners, but it is mainly eating fruit and veg still, and yogurt. They are staples, and eggs. But last night I managed to eat pasta with cheese sauce. So cooking wise, I'm all right. I made the cheese sauce from scratch, you know, with you do the melted the butter and you stir in your flour and you add your milk and you mush it all up, and Alice helped by grating the cheese, and I was fine. I could smell the cheese, I didn't heave or anything. Made the cheese sauce, not a problem. I had the cabbage and the broccoli on boil, not a problem. I had the pasta on boil, not a problem. But we did our version of carbonara, which is nowhere near as fancy as a real carbonara, but it's basically cheese sauce with some bacon in, and you throw it on your pasta and then you have some green veg. And the kids love it as a dinner, and Darren and I can tolerate it. Darren quite likes it. I'm not that fussed by pasta personally, but it's nice, easy dinner to make. It's not overly healthy with the amount of cheese I put in, but it's not the worst thing that you could make your kids. I keep saying it's calcium rich. Go with it. But I tried cooking the bacon. No, Darren had to take over. I was like, physically, I nearly threw up in the frying pan. So I had to walk away from that. So I can do like all food stuffs except cook meat. I still can't cook meat. So I tend to start dinner and do everything I can. Sorry, I keep hiccuping again. Do everything I can. Darren has to cook the meat. I can't do it. It's just disgusting, especially mince. Mince is the worst one. We're meant to be having spaghetti bolognese, which is a favourite of my children's, but yeah, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's going to have to go on a weekend because I'm going to have to just leave the house, take the dog for a walk or something while Darren cooks it, because if I smell that, I will actually just puke on the floor. It's just, oh, I can't. It's disgusting. It's the most disgusting smelling thing I've ever smelled in my life. I think I'd rather work in a sewer than smell spaghetti bolognese right now. Just, ugh. Grossness. But yeah, so this kid doesn't like spaghetti bolognese. I can't eat it or anything. It's just actually, that is like my nightmare food right now. Tomatoey mince or ground beef. That's the best face ever. Please let that be the thumbnail. That would be epic. I would so leave it if it was. Backache. Oh, backache. It's a demon. Now my child, my youngest, anyone that has watched me for a while knows that she is additional needs. We think she has ASD and SPD and stuff like that. She doesn't sleep well, never has done. She wakes up between 1:30 and 2:30 pretty much every morning. Gets hysterical, so she's up for a while. It takes us a while to settle her, about an hour sometimes. And after that it's fine. So I sleep before that. But after I've been up with her, it takes me a while to fall off with the backache, but I've been so tired that I'm falling asleep and just staying asleep. The problem is after she's woken me up, I'm alert mummy, I'm awake mummy, because my child has been up, and I find it very, very, very hard to, sorry, the fringe is still annoying, very hard to switch off after that. And then I lie in bed and the backache, it's, you know, right in the small of your back, and it's right in the bone, that proper deep bone ache. And I cannot shift it. And the problem is, after she's woken me up at like 1:30, 2:30, that's it. I hardly sleep after that, because I like lie on my left side, and after 10-20 minutes I have to move, so it wakes me up and I have to shift onto my other side, and then I've got 10-20 minutes on that side, and I'm woken up again because I hurt so much, so then I'm having to move onto my back. And then after switching that around, so I'm sleeping like 10 minutes or 20 minutes around between those two generally. And then nothing's comfortable, so I'll do that for about an hour, tossing and turning, but I'm waking up like 3-4 times, 3 to 5 times I think in that hour, to change position because my back hurts. And then I can't get comfortable at all, so I'm having to sit up. But then sometimes I can lay back down after I sat up for about 10 minutes and just stretched on the bed, you know, done that whole wiggle, which is probably annoying the crap out of my poor husband. I might be able to lay back down and go to sleep, but more and more frequently I'm having to get up and walk up and down the hallway and like stretch and bend and stuff, because I just cannot get rid of this pain in my spine. It's driving me insane, before I can lay down and get some sleep again. So I'm tending to go to bed a little bit earlier, between 9 and 10. Pretty much most nights I go to bed, because between that and when Edith wakes up is pretty much the only sleep I get. I don't often go to sleep until about 10-11 o'clock, but I've always been like that. It takes me about an hour to drop off. So I think on average I fall asleep around 11. And I'll get to sleep, this morning it was 1:30, other mornings it's been 2 or 2:30. So I get that 3 hours, and then that's kind of it. After that it's very, very fitful, very short, broken sleep. Until we get up at like 6. So that's taking its toll on the face and the brain and the functioning and the putting words into sentence doing. It's a lot harder, and I'm not really allowed caffeine. So that's why I've probably done about 12 videos before this where I just not good, and I've just given up and I'm trying again. So that's fun, but again, that's you know, Edith would have me up anyway, so I'm not really blaming the pregnancy on that, but the backache is to do with the pregnancy. But it doesn't matter what I do or what Darren does, it still hurts, and it's fun. It's fun, but it'll pass, and if it doesn't pass, it's only going to be another 6-7 months, hopefully, of doing this. And Edith is still going to be sleeping poorly at the end of it anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant, really. But it's worth it. It is worth it to sort of hand the baby over, as it were. So it's a willing sacrifice, and I knew it was a possibility it would happen again. So again, I don't want people to think I'm sitting here moaning and like, oh, I really hate this, because I don't. I'm just being honest about what the symptoms are. But I'm just grateful everything's going well. I actually bring on the backache, bring on the heartburn, bring on the possible SPD. I really don't care, as long as this baby is healthy and happy and grows and comes out alive and well. I don't give a monkeys about all of this stuff, but I'm going to tell you because that's the point of the pregnancy vlog. But yeah, I just don't care, and especially with the chemicals, you know, I prayed for this. I actually prayed for this, that please let me get to the ability to have pregnancy symptoms, even the crappy ones. I'll take it. I'll take it with a smile on my face. Don't get me wrong, I have a bit of a grumble, but I don't mind. I really don't mind. It's part and parcel of it, and it's completely worth it. So yeah, that's it really. If you've got any questions, be that pregnancy or surrogacy, whatever, do pop them below. Being requested to do a video from an IP's point of view, but I'm not sure how good I would be at that, being that I'm not an IP, but I'm happy to answer any questions. So if you have any questions you want to ask IPs, or you've ever wondered about an IP, do pop them below, and I will try and put these together and do a video within the next few weeks. So yeah, that is it. I will speak to you all soon. I hope you're having a wonderful week. Commiserations to the UK in general, because Conservatives are back in power, but I'm not going to talk about my personal opinions on that one because I'm not into politics on my channel. All right, I will speak to you soon. I hope, yeah, I've already said that. See, this is what I mean. Brain stupid. Brain stupid. All right, take care. Bye.